Of the year, and we are on track to break records for shootings in Louisville. Kristen Goodwillie sat down with Mayor Greg Fischer this morning to talk about the violence in our city, what's being done to address it, as well as releasing body camera footage in officer-involved shootings.
LMPD's partnership with KSP, we had 2 officer-involved shootings last week. We have not received any of the body cam footage. Is that going to be addressed?
You'll recall that after the Breonna Taylor tragedy, there was a cry in the community to have more independent investigations of officer-involved shootings. So this is why we went the KSP route, so that they could provide an independent investigation. Now, one of the things that people had gotten used to was LMPD releasing body camera evidence within 24 hours. That's not the practice of Kentucky State Police. What their protocol is, and what we're under with them, is that we can make an initial statement and then the investigation goes over to them. In the one case that they've done so far prior to these other 2, it took a while for them to release the body camera evidence. So we would like to see heightened communication, especially at the beginning part of these investigations are taking place, and hopefully we can get to that point. But KSP is running the investigations for officer-involved shootings after we make that first initial statement.
So it seems like we're just going to have to get used to the fact that that's not their protocol. We most likely will not be getting body cam footage 24 hours after.
Unless KSP decides that becomes part of their new standard operating procedure, that would be accurate. So we've got to, the good thing is we got independent review. What we need to improve on is more communication.
Since we've had so many shootings this year, more than 2020, 2020 was our most deadliest year. What are you doing? Are you talking with Chief Shields about how to lower this? It seems like it's a lot, especially as we know violence does ramp up during the summer. We're not even in spring yet.
No, gun violence and homicides have increased, not just in Louisville, but all over the country in a super unacceptable way. And there seems to be a correlation basically with last June, when the pandemic really started kicking in and people weren't able to contact community centers. The schools were out, obviously. So just kind of the lack of adult supervision with our youth. And so this is a Louisville problem. It's a Houston problem. It's an Oakland problem. And it's not just a police problem, right? We're talking about intervention and prevention. Police just enforce. So we've got to make sure that the community is wrapped around this.